I learn best when I have lots of resources around me so I can use them to find information.
Good resources that we're allowed to use.
I like how we can have things that we can touch and use.
I learn best when there's nothing I could fiddle with or touch or be annoyed by.
Lots of different ways to learn different subjects.
Sets out a contract for us, and that has like computer lessons, like cards in math, and different things to do, not just one thing.
You can basically just choose these different things that you would like to do, and I think that's really good I think that's why we use technology a lot, the fact that it can vary and we don't have to stay with these one things.
Desktops, the smartboard, iPads, computers, and lots of different other games. Like some games that we play in English are Articulate, Boggle, and
some
Anagram.
technology tasks and some book tasks, not like all book.
We get to do drawing, computers, and whiteboard. I like doing my speaking and listening thing on Thursday.
When we read and we do writing and we draw.
I like making numbers. I like colouring in. I like drawing.
When we make words.
I've learned how to skip and hula hoop along.
I've learned how to write and read.
We go on computers and we write and we play with our friends.
I get to do handwriting and go on computers and iPads.
I work best when I get to peer tutor someone, so I feel a bit more confident with what I am saying and what I have learnt. And even if I am the one tutoring, I feel like I also learn a lot from the people that I'm helping. I feel like I'm quite creative, so I think I need to write it all down and I like to read over it.
I learn best when I'm given a challenge. It encourages me to take it to the next step in both all my subjects. Sometimes in English, if I'm writing a story about someone, sometimes some of my feelings can get onto the page and it turns into, usually when that happens, it gets a good grade.
I learn best when my teacher sits down with me one-on-one and gives me feedback on my learning and what I'm good at and what I need to improve on. They'd always encourage me in what I did, and they'd always give me feedback and tell me what I could work on and then what was really good about what I did.
Helps me by giving me feedback one-on-one.
I learn best when I'm not relearning things and I'm learning new interesting facts and the work is not too hard or stressful. Setting goals is important for me because I want to have a good education and get a good job when I'm older.
Well, I learn best when I get asked to set goals and I will try and achieve them in as best and as quick as I can.
I really like reading and I find it's very fun to be able to read something and then be able to learn stuff from it even though it's not boring or hard.
When we play with Play-Doh and we draw about Jesus and we make something out of Play-Doh.
We learn what quarters are. Quarters are.
And we learnt how to count up to 100.
Choice to go into our own groups. She trusts us to choose our own groups and make
our own decisions.
Yeah, make our own decisions and sort of
be responsible.
Yeah, responsible ideas and grown-up choices with
My
groups.
class has teamwork because, like Ethan said, when you get split up into small groups,
you kind of like teams, but not competing against each other. So when you're in a group or team, you can have teamwork, and when you have teamwork, you can work things out or ask each other questions.
And I like that our teacher asks what we would like to do before choosing what we're actually doing.
My favourite subject is a cylinder.
You sorry?
A cylinder.
Oh.
Me too.
The easiest way for me to learn is for my teacher to slow down the pace that we learn at, so that the pace that we learn at, I can process everything in my
I
mind.
learn best when I'm not under pressure and I have plenty of encouragement.
I learn best when I'm not under pressure and I try my hardest. I also learn very well when my friends are here and I'm in a small group so I can work with other people's ideas.
I learn best when I get supported by my favourite teacher and when I can concentrate on the things that I am doing. She always helps me, and when I've got something wrong and I can't do something, she always helps me to do it.
My favourite subject is math because I'm good at it and my teacher always encourages me and she makes it fun for me. Tries to explain something, she explains it really well and puts it in a fun context that I can learn and grow from.
I learn best when my environment is quiet and I can concentrate on my work 100%.
Learning shouldn't be like really, really quiet. It should have a little bit of whispering not about the weekends, about the topic.
I learn best when I enjoy the subject I am learning and also when I try 100% in the subject. And also my favourite subject is maths because it is challenging and because whenever we do it we are quiet, and sometimes I find it fun that other people are helping me, so I learn new things.
Putting us in groups and just letting us all have a go at speaking so we can share what we think about the subject and what we're learning about.
People are respectful of how people are learning, so they help me to understand more subjects that I'm not quite good at.
I learn best when we're allowed to work in small groups or in pairs because when I get to help other people, it helps me reinforce what I've just learnt and it helps me retain the information.
You get to share other people's ideas and you get to do things faster because everybody has a job to do in the group.
I like group work because if you're stuck on something, you can always ask someone to help you in your group.
The best lesson for me is when it's like for example art, when it's like really fun.
Interesting, and we actually like what we're doing.
You get to have fun but also learn.
I like playing with teachers.
They would always come to you if you had a problem and they would be nice to you and they would actually teach you everything that you needed and you asked them to teach.
Lets you do fun things but also lets you do the work that you need to do.
Next year I want a teacher that will understand me, not just me but the whole class, and also to get to know our class as well, and that will listen.
Teach us things that are really fun, that we get to do fun activities.
I learn best when my activity I'm doing is fun and educational at the same time.
For people with different abilities, so you can learn new things, and so then you're not just it's hard to explain. It's kind of just like you don't want to have the same ability for the rest of your life. You want to be able to vary and
grow.
So when you have a smaller class,
They focus on your needs. I've improved a lot with my new teacher because she understands me, and having the 4th class now and less students in a class, it's a lot easier for me to learn.
You learn new things and you become something you don't really think about.
Cool. How do you do that?
You work hard and believe it as true.